So good morning from Hoover, Alabama. It's a November morning, 2019. I just wanted to go over a few things that I remember growing up in the 70s and 80s from this little area. We're on Southland Drive and Highway 31 in Hoover. I guess we'll start up on the hill. There used to be a restaurant. I want to say it was called Grammus's. I'm not positive about that. Maybe somebody older than me or with a better memory can tell us. But when I moved here in 1976, the Interstate ended. I-65 stopped here in Hoover, and I don't think they finished it till probably the mid or early 80s. And then right here where Bojangles and Bancorp South are was a Holiday Inn. They had a big pond, swimming pool, of course, and that was back when Holiday Inns were at many of the major exits. But it's been gone for a number of years now. And then this little shopping center, believe it or not, used to see a lot of activity. Where Ellis Piano here is on the end was a Goldbros jeweler. Everybody in Birmingham is familiar with that name. And then the 24E Fitness was a store called TG&Y, and it was kind of a five and dime. They did a lot of business too. I can remember spending a lot of time on the toy aisle in the 70s at TG&Y. And then I think there's a barber that's been in there for as long as I can remember. And there's some other smaller businesses in there that I never really frequented when I was younger. But where this Advanced Auto Parts is, you know, it seemed to me back in the 70s, and it may just be my family, but we spent a lot of time shopping. I mean, it seemed like our family would spend all day Saturday, if we weren't raking leaves at home, out at the malls or department stores. And my least favorite store to go to was there, and it was Hancock Fabrics. Back when a lot of the ladies would make their own clothes, and you could buy fabric there and kits, but not much for a little kid to do in there. And next to that is the Mandarin House, which I believe it opened the year we moved here in '76. It's a nice little Chinese place, nice atmosphere in there. And I think this standalone building, this windshield repair, I want to say this was a 24-hour film developing place, if I remember correctly. And then going across the street here, there used to be a Mr. Transmission right there, and before that it was a sub shop. Some of these other buildings between here, the McDonald's, I don't really remember. Of course, Blockbuster was up there next to the Burger King, back when people used to go to the store on Friday and Saturday nights and rent videos. And then up the hill where Hoover Tactical Fire is, that's, you know, it's like a shooting range. They sell guns, and well, that was a Bruno's. When I moved here in '76, it was a mobile home park, which is hard to imagine, a mobile home park slap dab in the middle of Hoover, but there was. And when they built that Bruno's, I want to say probably 82 or 83, it was a big deal. The parking lot would be packed on Saturdays and Sundays. And I had a lot of fun working there. We worked with about 15 or 16 of my friends from high school and junior high, and it was a fun time to be a teenager and to work there. They worked us pretty late. I remember working until 11 o'clock on school nights, which is kind of crazy now. I'm sure that wouldn't happen anymore. There was another grocery store across the street where the Publix is. You can't really see it, but that was a Western. And it was also a popular place for high school kids to work. You can't see much else up here. You know, there were a couple steakhouses, the Ponderosa and the Western Sizzlin'. And I guess that's all we can really see from here, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hope everybody has a good morning. Cheers.